Good evening and welcome to our Park and Rec Commission meeting on Wednesday, June 26th. I'm Jim O'Connor. I am the chair of the Park and Rec Commission. We're going to introduce ourselves. We'll go around and we'll start. We also have a wonderful new commission member. So, Matt,
Yep, Matt Shaw.
you just, hit it. Yeah, the button.
Allison Correa.
And welcome, Allison. Allison is our new member. So let's all, congrats. Town lifelong resident, obviously has some connections in the town, so we welcome you. We're super lucky. Replaces Jim Ronay, obviously a great member, but we've got you now, so you're not going to go anywhere for a long, long time.
I know it, yeah.
So we're super, super lucky.
Thank you. It's a pleasure to be here.
Debbie Davis.
Steve Vesputa.
Deb Satonic.
Jack Pritchard.
Okay, so again, we're super, super lucky to have the great people that help us in this committee. We've done a lot of great work over the years, and we will continue to do that. Want to say at first a thank you to Dan. Dan obviously is honoring his son tonight at a scholarship dinner. He sends his regards. One of the great things with this commission is during the summer, we get busier on the fairgrounds with the summer camp, but on our level, at the commission level, it slows down so that we could go a little bit quicker. So we'll go through our agenda. We don't have a lot on our plate because they're doing the work on the grounds. So public dialogue, we do not have anybody here. So we're good there. Approval of minutes. Take a look at the May 22nd meeting minutes. Do I have a motion to approve?
So moved.
Steve first. Second, Jack. All approve.
Yep.
Motion unanimous. Any changes, deletions, corrections?
I have none.
I have none. It was a pretty simple meeting. Okay. Good. We're good. Okay, old business. Since Dan's not here, there was no questions. Anybody have any questions from last meeting? Anything? See, I told you, we're good. So Dan came in late, so let's just note that Dan came in at, what time do we have? It's 7:34, 7:34, yeah, 33. We'll give him that credit for that. There you go, Jack, thank you. Yeah, he's got your back, that's good.
I've been here a minute.
Yeah. We'll start with new business. A, grounds and facilities. Steve?
I have a few things to report. The screens are up at the tennis courts and they're well used
Yeah.
because I was working at High Plains part of 2 days and it's crowded. And, you know, the camp is orderly and, I talked with Dan yesterday, and it's running good. And Dan, I talked to Adam, the president of Little League, and he's willing to do something with the bathrooms.
Oh, good.
Wonderful.
Yeah. At, the old tavern. Because I guess Chris cleans them when they're used. But the fixtures are all old and stuff, and
Yeah, they're
we
all
need-
rusted.
Yeah,
And, yeah.
and we need, a sewer line, and so, we can help them out somewhat.
So I think, I think what we should do is probably in August, get everybody together after we have some downtime, and we get a master plan together
All right.
when everybody's down. You know what I mean? I think we just get everybody
Yeah,
together.
but I talked to him.
Long-term. Good.
Oh.
Thank you, Steve, for the legwork.
That's
Yeah,
great.
yeah, and you know what? The town, has to contribute,
Yeah.
a lot, but it will
We'll
be
do,
good.
we'll do it. If you could also talk to Jimmy, give Jimmy a heads up,
Yeah.
if you could do that as a favor for me. Give him a heads up that that's probably a project we're
Yeah.
looking to, we haven't done any things in a little while.
No, I mean,
It needs,
that was 30+ years ago,
yeah,
the last time,
It's time.
yeah.
Yeah.
So I think we need to have a plan to fix it up and also a plan to maintain it afterwards.
Yeah.
Correct. And he was gonna talk to his people, and we can, you know,
So I think what I'll do is I'll have Dan, I'm gonna talk to Dan tomorrow to tell him the update about this meeting. What I'll do is I'll have Dan get all of us together, and then we'll all be in one room, and we'll have both the short-term plan and a long-term plan, like you want. And I think we gotta forget about putting patches on it. We gotta
do it right.
Let's do it right. Spend
30
that-
years later, it's time to do it right.
fundraising or whatever we have to do.
Yep.
Let's do it right, so it's done right the first time.
Yeah.
And then we could go forward. No patchwork like we've been doing.
And
Adam
then,
as well.
and then maintain it, right?
Yeah.
You know, and then
Yeah.
we probably won't be in this spot again, you know?
Correct.
Yep.
Is that on septic?
Yeah, we're gonna have to redo the septic,
Can
probably
get
that's
it
it.
somehow to get up to the sewer?
That's,
Post roads?
I think that's what
Even,
we're talking
Okay.
about.
even relocate it maybe.
We could relocate it up top, maybe.
Might make it easier to just tie into the post roads,
Yeah.
I would assume.
Yeah, why throw good money at
I
a, at
haven't
a
seen
septic
it,
when
but-
we can spend it on getting to the
You
sewer?
could put it on right behind, Dunkin' Donuts at the top there, maybe.
Yeah.
Right, because it goes.
A
straight-
pump.
it's
That's
straight-
such a better
Just have
long-term
to
plan.
pump it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
a pump, I mean, you know what, we got, work on that.
yeah. We could figure that out, those logistics.
Yeah,
Sounds good.
But yeah, I mean, Chris is the jack of all trades, the poor guy for everything.
Yeah.
It's, anytime I hear that something's being done, it's Chris.
Right.
I mean, he's doing
Yeah.
everything. And Chuck Stackpole has just arrived. I'm gonna give it. We'll give you 7:35. How about that, Chuck? There you go. No, you're good. You're good.
so that's all I
Okay.
have.
So we just talked about the bathrooms at the Old Tavern facility again, that we're gonna get everybody in August together, and we're gonna get a long-term plan of how to, yeah, it's been way too long. Because one of the main things, I'll tell you, that's probably gonna be, we're doing the master plan was just approved, so you guys could, rather than, we could talk about it in a minute, but I'll start now. We just got approved at the first selectmen's for a new master plan for Fred Wolf, the financial dollars. It's going to the Board of Finance, who actually has to approve it, but it was supported that, a new master plan, and obviously, PJ and John Carangelo were very substantially supportive of it. And I think now we have a good base, but one of the good things will be exactly that, in the first phase will be a building with, concessions, storage and, restrooms down there, as well as probably asphalt, parking, and, proper safety for the playground and, egress and all of that down there so that it looks correct. I think, it'll be good. And I think, you're talking in the next, 2 to 3 years that phase one will be done, I think. So we're very excited, and the town has put a good foot forward, so.
That's good.
Yeah. The town is definitely putting their money where their mouth is, so,
Yeah.
we appreciate it, so it's not just talk, so, we'll see. Personnel, nothing new, obviously, the camp, Stephanie is doing a great job, as Steve just said, the camp is flowing. It's really busy at High Plains, I know, my daughter is working there, so it's crazy from dusk to, from dawn to dusk, it's busy, so.
Pickleball is popular
Yeah.
too.
Yeah,
I see groups, playing all day. It's a good thing.
yeah.
They expanded it.
Yeah, and those screens have a great,
Thing with the screens. And then-
yeah, the screens are awesome.
Thank you.
Glad they finally got the backlog fixed, so
Yeah.
that's good. Personnel, so yeah, we're up to speed. Budget, everyone, if you could just take a look, does anyone see, it's a brand new budget. I don't think, we don't have much spent, so it shouldn't be, unless he, anything that he does on the open end. It doesn't really, Yeah, oh, this is the end. So this is it. You see, you're right, this is it. Yeah. There's nothing left. Well, there shouldn't be. And you'll see he did well. He didn't go into overtime. Yeah, he's in 70s, 80s, and 90s in most areas, so he's good. So it looks like Dan handles his budget very well. And I can say in the 20-plus years I've been on this commission, he's been very consistent that way always. That's Dan. He manages his department very, very well. So he says, so I'll just read off what, he wrote for us, just for the general public. Sessions 1, 3, and 4 are completely full. Sessions 2 still has some openings. Traveling Teens program still has openings in weeks 3, 4, and 5. Weeks 1, 2, 6, 7, and 8 are full. The parks and maintenance crew are busy, mowing, trimming, cleaning, task all over the place. The windscreens at High Plains, as we've talked about a few times, have been installed. The softball league, as I saw today, are playing. There are 5 teams in the Monday night league and 6 teams in the Wednesday night league. Summer registration for land-based programs is currently going on for residents and non-residents. Summer day camp and traveling teens began Monday, June 17th. Sessions 1, 3, and 4 of day camp are full, as I just said. Sessions 2 is still opening. The fitness room is open Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. The summer pool hours, camp, and summer swim lessons began on June 17th. We don't have any openings this summer, but unfortunately are short-staffed on instructors. We're closed on Thursday, July 4th, and closing early on Friday, July 5th at 3 p.m. for the concert and fireworks on the fairgrounds. We are also closed the weekend of the carnival in August, and we'll be closing early on the Thursday and Friday of the carnival. The first week of camp has gone great in the pool, no issues, and great progress already with the non-swimmers. Due to some open swim overcrowding issues, we have had some to make some afternoons for residents and pool members only. With camp and open swim members, we've had over 100 people in the pool, and that's unmanageable for our swim and staff numbers. So they've had to make some adjustments. Yeah. And they're busy, all the time. So that's a good thing. And anything from any commission members? And again, Chuck, just so you know, you saw the email. Dan was at a scholarship for his son, so that's obviously something very exciting. Okay, so that's on. I don't have anything to add. Like I said, we're in summer mode, so
So what's the next step on the approval
for
for the park, Pringle Park?
Finance,
finance department.
finance,
Yeah,
you gotta approve it.
but they're gonna start that this year.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So they're going to, so finance department has to find the money. It's been approved by the Board of Selectmen.
Right.
They'll find the money, and then once they find the money, then BNL, because they've already been chosen, will give them the green light. So we should have a signed contract by the end of, probably by July 1st, next
Okay.
week.
Wow, okay, good.
So,
So they're ready to go.
So they're ready to go.
Okay.
So then they take about 6 months to do the actual master plan. Meaning they do residents, they'll bring in residents, groups. Jack was there also, so if I'm missing anything, Jack, they're gonna take in groups that are around there. They're gonna do another site visit. They're gonna do some, drone visits. They're gonna do lots of other topography stuff. What else are they gonna do?
That's a lot of testing,
Yeah.
what people.
Land testing.
And they're-
Well, just
surveys?
asking a lot of
Survey people?
surveys and everything else, and try to get a good cross-section, and then present something.
Meet with lacrosse
close.
people, meet with the soccer people, meet with the neighbors. meet with the people that are the egress, you know, because we have those entrance and exit people that are disgruntled, meet with those, see how they can, you know, what the priorities are for them. Do those type of things.
So are they gonna come back to us?
Yeah.
Periodically, or do we have to wait 6 months? We should
They
probably
will
get
come
some
back,
milestones.
they will come back to the commission. Jack and I's job is to come back to you guys. So I don't know if they'll come back to you guys, to this commission, but they will keep coming back to us.
Yeah, no, as long as they report periodically.
And attend the meetings, right?
Yeah, you guys could attend the Fred Wolf commissions. We meet, John calls a meeting, when B and L gives us updates, John calls a meeting, you know. I don't, we didn't have one because there wasn't anything new to talk about, you know, for a few months, because we were waiting on B and L and also what we were gonna do. If you guys go down there, the safety measures that the first phase that we did, we think that the safety measures that were homegrown, those were homegrown, low cost, didn't cost the town any really substantial money. They were done by Donnie Foyer, and B and L did them really at low cost. I think have really been good for the playground and this spring for soccer and lacrosse. It really created a safe environment. That was phase one. Now now they obviously bid on the master plan, and we felt comfortable going to that. So, yeah, so we're good, and we'll have multiple updates.
Yeah.
And they'll get multiple times they're gonna talk to this commission, I think. I just don't know how it's gonna look, or,
Sure. Very good.
you know, it could change. They've done it a number of times, so it could look a lot
Yeah.
of different ways. So, I mean, we'll see. It's exciting, but it's in the infancy, though. I think the main thing is though, for us, long-term, is do we get the state to, we're gonna have to get some town funding and some state funding. And really, for it to be permanent, you're really gonna have to go asphalt. It's really, because you look at Bartlam Park, you look at all around the towns that have asphalt parking for their around their fields, those are the fields that are best positioned for longevity. They don't have the runoff, the trouble, the drainage issues, and I know they cost substantial dollars, but we would need to go to the state and also the taxpayers, so there'll be some obstacles with that.
And there's some grants too.
Yeah, and that's what going to state officials to look for grants, yeah.
B and L is gonna do that, I think,
Yeah.
right?
B and L is,
Still gonna help.
B and L was,
Write up the grant?
yeah,
Request?
that's part of,
Okay.
this, is
Great.
them to write grants up with us, to be a proactive member with us. And I do believe part of this, and I'll say this, one of the good things is that's compared to having the Park and Rec Commission be the sole master plan developer of Fred Wolf Park, and having Fred Wolf Park Commission, private group doing it, we have two selectmen on ours who are more privy to politics of the town, of the state, have more influence, have more connections than Park and Rec. I mean, it's just John and PJ are more connected. Joe and we didn't have those connections. They have deeper connections. They're at the selectmen table every month. Joe, as the chair, was only at this table he wasn't at the third Wednesday every month. Let's just say that. And John and PJ are. I just think that holds a little bit different weight. Personally, that's just a Jim O'Connor person. That's nothing to say it's going to. John and PJ might say differently, but because I've said it to them, and they're like, not really, I don't know. But that's what I think. So I'm hoping that their weight brings something different, because the last master plan I thought was good. I thought it was strong. It just died. And luckily we had Jim Zioli, who was creative. Bill McNeil was very creative. We had creative individuals in this town that didn't take no for an answer. We had Rick Capisalatro. We had a lot of people that just went out and did things and didn't take no for an answer, or else we wouldn't have a lacrosse field. We wouldn't have a playground. But we cut corners, we did things. We were lucky we had a lot of good people that just cared about doing things. So. Everything that we want to do now is going to cost lots and lots of money.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So that's it. Anything else? Okay, motion to adjourn. Who wants it? Jack, second. Got it, Deb. All in favor? Aye. Have a great night. Bye.